Welcome everyone to Lex Plays Godzilla. Little background on this. My throat wasn't feeling great when I recorded the game footage, so I did it without audio. So I'm actually recording this separately after having played this game the other night. So yeah, I'm not gonna. This audio you're hearing is not actively during the game. It's post the game. So I was gonna just post it without any audio. Then I realized I was stupid and I kind of want to talk about this game. So I decided to record it separately, so there you go. So right now you can see I'm playing as Godzilla, and I am just smashing up everything in the world. Okay, so yeah, I'll just talk a little bit while you guys watch this. So if you don't know me well enough, you probably don't know that I am a huge fan of Godzilla. Godzilla is one of my top 10 really high up there fandoms that I really follow and love and are really passionate about. I was introduced to Godzilla by my cousins, like most things that I like. My cousins showed me them first. They had a lot of Godzilla like VHS tapes, and the first Godzilla movie I watched was Godzilla 2000, which came out in 1999. And I remember just loving it, and it was the coolest thing. And then I played another Godzilla game called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, which was my first like introduction to the Godzilla like franchise as opposed to just a movie. I have that game now, and it's really great. So maybe hopefully one day I'll play it. But yeah, I love Godzilla. I love Godzilla movies, and I'm really excited because I saw the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla 2014, which I thought was really good. Japan is now making a new Godzilla movie, and it looks great, and I can't wait to see it. And yeah, it's a good time to be a fan of giant monsters because new Godzilla, a new King Kong movie coming out as well. And Gamera, another Japanese monster, is getting a reboot, so that's really awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all that. As you can see, I just beat the level. When this game came out, there were a lot of mixed reviews. The majority of them didn't like this game, but I personally, I appreciate what this game was trying to do. Because Bandai made a couple Godzilla games. They made Destroy All Monsters Melee, and they made Godzilla Save the Earth and Godzilla Unleashed, which were two other games. And those games were fun. They were fighting games primarily, and this game is more like kind of like a character action game because it emphasizes how it really feels to be Godzilla, and I don't think a lot of people recognize or really appreciate that, but I think it was a really valiant effort, and you could tell the people who made this game were definitely Godzilla fans. Like, Bandai was just kind of capitalizing on Godzilla's name and some elements of the franchise, but they weren't really like, they weren't trying to make an authentic experience, because some of the moves in that game you do, like, you can launch other monsters into the sky with, like, a punch, and it's really, like, the physics of those games are not realistic at all, considering who you're playing as and, like, what's going on in the game. But they're still fun. And I think this game is fun, but for different reasons. So this game focused more on the physicality and, like, how it feels to really be a giant, multi-ton, multi-meters high monster. Because this was everyone's like general complaint, but you move really slow. But honestly, I feel like that helps. Like, it makes you feel more like a giant monster. So as you can see right now, I'm just doing to get around. I use the dash ability. It's the easiest way. You can't go over there apparently. So yeah, you have the ability to dash, which helps you get around faster. But it's like, when you're Godzilla, you don't expect to be moving around that much, or that fast. As you can see, I just used my sonic breath, and just smashed that turret. So yeah, I'm playing as Godzilla. And yeah, so the way this game was designed was, I'm pretty sure, to make you feel more like Godzilla. A lot of the elements in this game, it definitely feel like they were brought in from the movies. Excuse me. So as you can see, I'm just smashing through everything. The point of this game is there are like between 1 and 3 generators, like power generators on each level, and your goal is to smash them all. So as you can see there, I am bashing that generator in the face. The cylinders inside of it get orange when they're deactivated, so that's how you know that you're damaging it. Atomic breath just used there, and then a charge attack. Doing combos to whittle down its health, and occasionally its shield will pop up. And when that happens, you want to back away, or it'll knock you back. As you can see in the left-hand side, there's actually a combo meter. Just run away. the more things you destroy, the more points you get, and the more points you get, the larger you grow. So the point of this mode is to become as big as you can, and become bigger by destroying buildings and generators and absorbing the energy that comes from them. And you get more energy if you start doing greater combos and stringing up more combinations of attacks. So in this level, this is a hard level, meaning that in most levels, a monster will show up to fight you in most of the levels, and in the hard levels, they're more likely to be really. So the bigger the monster is, the more powerful it is. And when you're playing a level that's of a hard difficulty, the monster that shows up will most likely be way bigger than you. So you really got to keep that in mind when you're doing this. So when you're in a hard level, what I try to do is just destroy all generators as fast as possible. Just because if you destroy them all before the monster shows up, you don't have to fight it. So that is my goal here right now. So as you can see, I got knocked back, and I'm trying to destroy this thing using my atomic breath attack. So yeah, I think this game is fun. It's definitely not. I feel like it just wasn't what people thought it was going to be. And my expectations were not humongous, but for what we got, I think it was a pretty valiant attempt. It definitely could move a little faster, but then again, you are Godzilla, so why would you expect to run fast? Godzilla has never ran fast, at least not this Godzilla. This is the Heisei Godzilla. Yeah, so a lot of this commentary is going to be just me geeking out about Godzilla, which is a thing I do. I don't know about people. Sorry, I mean, I don't know, like. God, I just completely lost my train of thought. All right. My first YouTube channel that I did, the first one that I really cared about, was a channel like King Ghidorah 5464, which was the channel where I made Godzilla music videos. I would take scenes from the movies and put music to them, and I still do that, and it's really fun. And I got a pretty decent amount of subscribers, so it's something I'm probably gonna do for a while. So as you can see, we're now in normal mode, and what's really cool about this is whenever you enter a level that's a different like difficulty, the leadership changes, and the leader that you're fighting is more or less serious and more or less of a hard ass. This is normal mode. So as you can see, I'm just smashing through all the buildings, trying to get some combo built up. Because as you get closer to the end of like this mode, the monsters you fight are way bigger, so you want to be a bigger size. Okay, I just hit R3, which activates the data collection mode, which is kind of cool, where you take on a camera in the city, and you're playing the game from that perspective as long as you're in that zone. And then if you get all four of them in each level, you fight a more difficult boss at the end, which you think you wouldn't want to do. But if you want to 100% the game and like get the best like outcome, you want to fight the stronger monsters. And I do get pretty far because I've already gotten all the data collection in the game, so no matter what I do, I'm gonna get the true ending, for lack of a better word. So there I am destroying the generator again, trying to get some good combo there. Unjump by signal coming through. Okay, so we're gonna fight a monster now. And when you're in normal mode, you're more likely to fight, like, you won't always fight giant monsters, but in this case, luck was not in my favor because it brought in, this is Mechagodzilla, and it actually said one of incredible size, meaning that this is an 100-meter monster, and I'm only 56 meters. So realistically, this monster would destroy me. I wouldn't have a chance against it, but I played this game for a while, and I know the right tactics to use against a monster that's way stronger than you and has way more better abilities. Thankfully, I've upgraded Godzilla a bit, so he has multiple meters, allowing him to use his energy attacks more often. That's kind of the key to winning this kind of battle. So, it's Mechagodzilla. There he is blasting at me, meaning that he has a lot of ranged attacks, Mechagodzilla. So, and here he is. He's way bigger than me, as you can see. So, the main way to keep him away from you is to use your atomic breath. What I like to do is I like to get behind the generator, and then he'll have to smash through it to get to me. So he'll do half of the work for me, and I'll be safe for a while, and give me time to build up my meter. So here he comes. He's behind the generator. I'm trying to keep him there. He is knocked back by the shield, just like me. I'm doing some damage on the generator, because sometimes when you fight a giant monster, the generators are on a timer, meaning if you wait out the timer for too long, you'll lose. So he fired his missiles. Like, I'm too short, so the missiles didn't hit me. Mechagodzilla's really cool. I'll just geek out a little bit. So there I am blasting him. Mechagodzilla is exactly what he sounds like. He is a robot designed to look like Godzilla. This is the Showa version of Mechagodzilla, the first one. As you can see, he's blasting me. I just use my Shockwave, which is it's a use of, it uses meter, but it's a way, if you're up against a wall, it's like an escape. So you can use it to push your enemy back, and it'll keep you alive for a little bit longer. So Mechagodzilla, this is the first Mechagodzilla that ever appeared. There's been a Mechagodzilla in almost every iteration of Godzilla, and there's been rumor that the American 2014 Godzilla will eventually have a Mechagodzilla, so that'd be really cool. Sorry. I have difficulty talking for a while, and honestly, which makes me wonder why I'm even doing these kinds of videos. But he fired missiles at me, they missed, so I'm using my dash to get as far away from him as possible. I want to get to that generator, because it'll provide me cover, and I can come closer to completing the mission. So those turrets are blasting at me, and I don't really care about it. So he's, as you can see on the little radar in the bottom left corner, he is the triangle that's not filled. I'm the one that's filled. So I'm trying to get this generator and just destroy it, and hopefully he'll help me out without realizing it. So yeah, he's 100 meters tall, meaning that if I try and take him in a straight up fight, he will most likely kick my ass. So I need to keep him at a distance. As you can see, I just missed my atomic breath, but he just used his plasma cannon, and it hit the generator instead of me, and he uses missiles too, so he's basically helping me out with this. Stand back a little bit, and then boosh. Okay, I got knocked down. So he's trying to circle around me. I don't want that. I don't want to be anywhere near him. So I'm trying to move away. Okay, the missiles. Okay, I used my shockwave. Probably should have saved it, but there it is. He's kept at bay for a little while. So all generators are destroyed, but the level's not over until I've beaten him. He uses laser eyes at me. That turret's blasting me as well, so things aren't looking too good. I use my spread breath, which basically auto targets to him, so I won't miss. As you can see, he's beating me up, and that little orange things around the corner means that I'm close to dying. It's kind of like Call of Duty, where like you get the weird jelly or whatever like on the screen, and it'll eventually go away, and which basically means you're healing. You don't get health back, but it prevents you from dying a little bit longer. So when I played this, I hadn't played in a little while, so I'm still trying to get used to the controls. He's hitting me with my laser eyes. I'm trying to use my tail swipe to keep him away from me. I just keep blasting with atomic breath, but he doesn't stagger because he's humongous. He's karate chopping me in the face. I am way smaller than him, but I gotta use the tail to keep him away. I don't know why I charged there. Getting close to him is not a good idea. He just used laser eyes again. I don't remember if I win this or not, but I do remember I beat him eventually, but it may not be this time. Okay, I use the shockwave, push him back a little bit, close in space. Thankfully, I have 2 meters, so I have more chances to do damage to him, because trying to punch him is not going to do anything because he's so much bigger than me. Okay, he just used the roar function. Every monster has a roar, and I just figured out how to use mine. The roar essentially is, it gives you super armor, so you won't stagger when someone hits you. I don't think you take damage either, so I'm roaring now. Also, another function, okay, he just uses plasma cannon. Okay, I just use the tail spin that turns me around the other way. I don't know how I did that. I think I do it several times throughout the game without realizing what I'm doing. Okay, he's been weakened. So when you roar, if you use your breath attack immediately after your roar, you'll do like an enhanced version of it. But it takes more build up. It takes more like time to charge, but it's a good way to do a lot of damage if you have the space and you can afford to take the risk. So boom, that's the enhanced breath I missed, but hopefully I want to get. Okay, I just used my tail to interrupt his plasma cannon. That's good, because if he hit me with that, I probably would have died. So I'm just trying to keep him back at this point. I'm just waiting it out for my meter to come back. There was the enhanced atomic breath. That did more damage than the regular one, so that's good. Okay, his missiles missed me when I'm close enough to him, so he's almost dead. So I just try to like get as many hits as I can and just kill him really fast. I turned around, but thankfully I roared, so his plasma cannon didn't kill me. Breath, this should be it. Nope, he roared as well, so he blocked it. So if you can figure out the roar function, this game becomes a lot easier. Not easier, but it's like easier to like figure out. It's less cryptic if you know how to use the roar, because you can defend and attack a lot faster. Okay, his missiles missed. He's almost dead. I just blast him with my normal breath, and he's down. So whenever you beat a monster, you get their cells, and the cells go towards upgrading your characters. So I'll see you in the next video, and this one's over. So see you in the next one.